No hyperbole. This might be the game of the week. It'll be an exciting NFC West showdown Sunday. The Rams taking on the undefeated 49ers. And we've got your updates ahead of this one on both sides. Let's start with our very own MJ Acosta and then Steve Weiss. Here's MJ. She's in LA with the Rams.
Thanks, Kay. The 49ers right now are the second highest scoring offense in the NFL. They also hold the top rank in rushing as well. But that ground game will need some adjustments ahead of this LA trip. Head coach Kyle Shanahan confirmed on Wednesday that right tackle Mike McGlinchey will be out 4 to 6 weeks. He's getting his knee scoped on Thursday. Don't forget that the 49ers are also down starting left tackle Joe Staley with a leg injury. Coach says that the tight ends will have to continue to step up when it comes to run blocking, especially since fullback Kyle Juszczyk is out with a knee. Yes, it's a lot to take in, and coach actually said today that Juice is one of those guys you just can't replace. He called him, quote, one of a kind. But this hasn't hampered spirits or confidence in the 49ers locker room. I spoke with several players who told me they know they always have guys who are ready to go. Now let's head to Thousand Oaks and check in with Steve White with more on the Rams.
Well, thanks, MJ. We had a little late news here at Rams today as running back Todd Gurley was on the injury report as he did not practice with a left quad injury. Now, head coach Sean McVay said that Gurley will be day-to-day and that they're going to monitor the situation through the week. McVay added that everybody was caught by surprise, not by the fact that Gurley was hurt. He said they knew about that earlier in the week, but all parties did not expect that the soreness in the quad to linger this deep into the week. Now, Gurley, he will be around, and if he can practice on Thursday or Friday, he will. But McVay told me that Gurley is the type of player where if he doesn't have to practice for a couple days, he could still be good to go Sunday. But as of right now, his status against the 49ers is very much up in the air. Now, back up Malcolm Brown and rookie Darrell Henderson will get the majority of the reps, with McVay telling me that they're going to try to get Henderson more involved in the overall offensive package.
Haven't seen a ton of Henderson. Thank you so much to MJ and to Steve, respectively, ahead of this NFC West battle. So let's bat this around a little bit. How do the Rams get the win over the Niners defense if Todd Gurley is not 100%, when this offense is at its best, when he is, and they run through him?
I think Goff played really well in that loss to Seattle. I think he got over a lot of hurdles, and yet the team still didn't come out with a win. You cannot talk about this 49ers team and not stress how good that defensive front is. The loss of Gurley is huge. Whether or not you think he's been a huge impact this season, the fact you'd have to game plan for Gurley and game plan for what it is. Can he go or not? I need to know by Sunday, because that is going to make a huge difference in this game. That 49ers defense just put a whooping on Nick Chubb, a guy who I think is even better than Todd Gurley. They're both the Georgia guys, obviously, and I don't know what they've got going on with Henderson and Brown. This could be a major, major factor if he's not in this one.
Big plays happen on this team with Goff, though, through play action as well. And when you have Todd Gurley, who hasn't looked 100% at a single point this season, and Malcolm Brown, they're struggling to run the ball. I think they're running at an average of 3 yards per carry. How can they get this done?
Yeah, if you're looking at Todd Gurley's situation pessimistically and you think that the glass is half empty, then with that same analogy, you got to fill the cup up. And by that, I mean Cooper Kupp. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think Cooper Kupp is one of the most versatile players in the entire league. And I'll take it a step further. I feel like this Rams offense should start to move through him. And that's because he can run on the outside, run on the inside. And you got to utilize the pass game to open up the run. This isn't a slight to Cooks. This isn't a slight to Woods. But the fact that he is such big framed and he can go catch over the middle, you can move him around and do so many different things that you don't have to rely on the running game to open up the pass. I think this should be a game where Goff proves to be a better quarterback than Garoppolo. You just got paid, dude. Like, go out there and don't hand the ball off. Don't nickel and dime. Don't throw screenplays. Sean McVay, dial up something sweet for this game and feature one of the toughest guards in the business, which is Cooper Kupp. He's a tough guy to deal with, and show that this weekend.
If his team's one-dimensional, Kyle, then you've got Bosa and Buckner and Ford. Can't they just pin their ears back and go?
You know, I think the best thing the Rams have going for them is that, as far as I know, Jared Goff never planted a cow flag in Ohio State field. I don't think there's footage of that, so Nick Bosa doesn't have that going for him. It's a big game for Sean McVay. I mean, it doesn't really get big a regular season for him. Not only do they need the win, there's a lot of optics here with Shanahan's got it all going now. He's the standard we're comparing him to. McVay needs to get a little bit of his groove back, especially with his favorite toy Gurley banged up. But guys, oddly enough, with the Cooper Kupps and the Robert Woods and the Gurleys, I feel like this game is going to be won and lost with guys like Andrew Whitworth, like the big man who we love, who's been around forever, because I don't care if they got Eric Dickerson and Jerry Rice. Like, unless they stop that Niners front like the Browns had no business doing, this game is going to be a butt kicking. Like, they are that good up front. Andrew Whitworth, my man, you've been through everything. This is a huge game for you.
Goff and Kupp, as you said, are up. We'll check in with Will Sleva right now out in the newsroom in Culver City. He's got his eyes on everything going on across the league. Fun show today, Will.
Absolutely. Oh, so many fun segments. Don't even get me started, but all fantastic job there. And also, I want to get your opinion on one of my stories at the very end. But we start in South Beach, and while we don't know when the Dolphins will get their first win of the season, we do know who should be under center when it happens. That would be Josh Rosen. Head coach Brian Flores naming Rosen the starter for the remainder of the season. And Flores believes Rosen needs to play and develop. He started, of course, the last 2 games for the Finns, both blowouts. As for Rosen, he says he's approaching the rest of the year like he's trying out for the team, saying, quote, "I feel like I'm auditioning and I am trying to put my best foot forward." The Titans players doing just that out in the community this week, helping serve lunch to volunteers at the Jimmy and Rosalind Carter Habitat for Humanity build. This was part of the NFL's Huddle for 100 initiative. Rookie wide receiver A.J. Brown, quote, "means a lot for us that we can just brighten someone's day," and that they certainly did. Now, you probably remember this play from last weekend. Here it is if you're forgetting. Lamar Jackson, big stiff arm on T.J. Watt before running over photographer Shelley Lipton on the sideline. And for the gentleman, he did help her up after this angry run. He spoke to reporters on a Wednesday and explained why he felt compelled to lend a helping hand.
Because they're human beings too, and I know we moving fast, get physical out there on the field, and we come at full speed, and she's sitting down, taking pictures. I know that kind of hurt it, so I had to make sure she was all right.
Did you say anything to her? What did you say?
No, I just rubbed her head because it looked like I hit her head. Yeah.
Did you see the picture that she got of the play?
Yeah, the stiff arm. It was her with the picture. I just told her it was a great shot. I actually DM'd her and asked was she okay, and I told her that was a great pick. Yeah.
Is she doing okay?
Yeah, she told me she was fine.
He had said, or she had said, I should say, that she was appreciative of what he did, even tweeting out, "I hope his mom was watching." And by the way, that photo that she took, Kyle, that should be the poster on an angry run. It is amazing. Okay. We'll get a chance to see it. Stiff arm right on the face mask.
That's a great idea. Well, we had Tyler Lockett as a new logo for Toe Drag. Maybe we'll get Lamar stiff arm for angry runs. Thank you very much. Yeah. I would say any photographer I've ever known, it's 2 things that they care about. 1, anything for the picture. Yep. Get the picture. They got the picture. And then 2, protect the camera. The camera is everything. Apparently the camera was fine too. So Shelley, it's all coming up you.
You learned that from walking out of Craig's in L.A.?
That's it. Over here. That's me. Mr. Brandt. What is it? Grant? Spell it? No, I don't know.
Appreciate you, Will Selva. You know who a lot of people know? Baker Mayfield. He'd probably get a lot of Paps love out in L.A. and Cleveland, wherever he is, but he's not focused on that. They need to